Hi friends, hello, hi, how are you? I hope you guys are having an amazing day today. Today we are doing another tutorial Tuesday. I'm so sorry if I sound a little sick. I think I'm coming down with something, like a little bit of a sore throat. Cold situation. I hope not, but I think that's what's happening. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. So I have to be totally honest. This week was the BH Cosmetics Weekend Festival palette week. This was the palette of the week, and I did use this all week. I used it about 4 or 5 times. You can see it looks more used than it used to. I've decided I'm going to declutter this. I just don't really like it. I found myself being kind of miserable to have to use it. I felt like it didn't inspire me at all. I didn't see these colors and get like excited. I wasn't wowed by the quality. Like the quality was okay, but it wasn't like amazing. I have so many other palettes that I think are amazing quality. So these were just so, and I just didn't like using it all week. I didn't enjoy it. And I was like gonna film with this still, like do the tutorial still on this, but I was like, you know what? No, I'm not gonna film with this again because I didn't like it. I don't want to waste my time doing a tutorial for a palette that I didn't even like. So this is getting decluttered and I'm not gonna be using it today. However, I am gonna use a new palette I got for my birthday, which is the Pinky Rose Cosmetics 80s Baby palette. It looks like this. I just want to play around with this today and do some cute little, maybe like a purple look with like a pop of this really pretty like red. I don't know. I want to play around with this and see what's going on with this. So yeah, and also the next couple of weeks I've decided, okay, so for the past 3 months I've been doing the palette every week, and that's been pretty successful for me because it's been like 2 months fully. We're in March now, so I think everything is 3s, but it's really only been 2 months. But I've been doing 2 months of doing only a palette every week, and that's been pretty successful for me. But I think every couple months I'm gonna want to take a couple of weeks where I'm just playing with whatever I want to play with, because with the palette of the weeks I don't do limited edition makeup, so a few things in my collection aren't getting used that way, and also sometimes I just want to pick what I want to use for like a couple weeks. So next week I should have the ABH Riviera palette, but I don't think I'm gonna have it in time to do it like a palette of the week. But I'm gonna do a like review of the Riviera palette next Tuesday, and then the Tuesday after will kind of be a freebie week, and then after that we'll get back into weekly palettes. But I think for a couple weeks I just want to take a break, play with everything, and I also just got a bunch of new stuff, play with everything in my collection, and then I can do like a favorites video too, so I can tell you guys like full opinions about these types of palettes. But yeah, we're just gonna kind of play with different stuff the next couple weeks. But today I want to play with this. I think this is a beautiful palette. I think this is so stunning. The color combo is really gorgeous. I've wanted to try Pinky Rose for a really long time because I've heard amazing things about them. So I'm really interested, especially from Angelica, so I'm interested to play with this. So let's just zoom you guys in and we'll get right started. Okay, I did prime my eyes with my P. Louise base, which is a new thing that I got for my birthday. I probably look bad right now, and it's because I don't feel good. Whenever I don't feel good, my skin just goes my skin just freaks out. Okay, I'm still filming. So this is the 80s Babies palette, 80s Baby, sorry, up close. I think this is a beautiful color story. I love that it incorporates these kind of summer tones along with these more like springy tones. I think it's really cool. So we're just gonna start, I guess. I think first I'm gonna go in with the shade, I mostly play with the purples, I think, because I'm just feeling a purple look today. I think I'm gonna go in with the shade Care Bear, this kind of a light purple, and we are just going to go in the crease. I think I'm gonna do something kind of simple today, really basic. I've been kind of going out of my comfort zone the past couple weeks, which I like doing, but I definitely think today is gonna be a more simple look. Trying to think of, oh my god, I have a story. Okay, so I try to like save my stories now for Tutorial Tuesdays because I feel like it's fun to just like sit down and talk to you guys about just like my week, you know, just kind of recap with you guys about what's been going on. So last week we talked about car problems, and boy did I not realize what I was in for. So last Wednesday, almost a week ago, when you guys are seeing this, we got hit with a really nasty snowstorm. Like, it was very bad. It was really nasty. It was really bad. The roads were just snow. Like, it was snowing so fast that the plows couldn't keep up with it. So the roads were just complete chaos. Like, you couldn't see the lines. It was just snow. It was so bad. I'm from here, basically. Like, I'm from central and upstate New York. So I'm pretty used to like the snow. That doesn't really bother me. I'm gonna go in with this shade, The Baby, which is this kind of bright magenta color. I'm used to the snow, like I'm used to all of this, but it was really bad. So I was driving home from class because my school didn't cancel, because my school literally doesn't cancel. Like I've had individual teachers cancel, but my school very rarely cancels for snow. I don't know why, but because a lot of people that go to colleges are commuters, and when the roads are like that, it's just blatantly dangerous. Like it's just not safe for anyone to be driving on. I don't think colleges consider commuters at all, which sucks because it's a huge majority of their population that goes there, but that's just a different rant. But anyway, I was driving home from my night class. I got out at like 8 o'clock or 8:30, somewhere around there. She let us out a little bit early because she was like, oh yeah, the roads are bad. And I was driving home, and you could not, like, it was so bad. The roads, I cannot stress enough, and the roads were so bad. And I was driving about like 5 or 6 feet behind the car that was in front of me because I didn't want to hit them. But the person behind me was like riding my butt because I go very slow in the snow because I just feel like that's the foolproof way of how not to crash in the snow is to go slowly. I feel like people don't ever think about that. Just like go slow and you'll be fine. For whatever reason, as soon as it starts snowing, people just completely forget about that. I'm gonna go in with the shade Dapper and kind of deepen up my outer corner. And so I was driving, the car in front of me slammed on their brakes, which you never should do in the snow. They slammed on their brakes, and so I didn't slam on my brakes, but I kind of just like hit my brakes a little bit, like I tapped on them and stuff, which again, you're really not supposed to do in the snow, like suddenly hit your brakes. Because what happened was I hit my brakes and I must have been on an ice patch or something, and my car just completely spun out, which has never happened to me before. So it was really scary. And what was even scarier was because that car behind me was so close to me, they almost T-boned me as I was spinning. So if you're that person that likes to ride people's butts while they're driving in the snow, maybe don't be that person, because that person could have literally killed me. So I was spinning out, I spun out, and then I landed and crashed into a snowbank, which was good because I didn't end up in like a ditch or of some kind. Like I was still in the road basically, but that's actually bad because all the cars passing me were at risk to hit me because I was still kind of in the road, which was not good. So I called my good friends. Well, first I called Charles and I was like crying because I'd never spun out before and I just like didn't know what to do entirely. And then I kind of tried to like maneuver myself out. I'm gonna go back in with Care Bear and just lighten up this real inner corner crease part that I kind of missed. I'm gonna go in with a tinier brush and do that. So I called Charles and was like crying, and he was like, okay, like you're fine, like call AAA or whatever. And he couldn't really come help me because the roads were so bad. It normally a place where it takes him about 20 minutes to get to took him literally 2 hours to get to and from that place. It was bad. It was just so bad. Called AAA, which thankfully I have. And if you guys don't know what that is, it's like a roadside service assistant where they'll come and like help you if you have like a flat or if you need a tow, like they'll send a tow truck, all of that stuff. I was like, you know, I called them and I told them the situation. And normally if you say like, oh, I'm in an emergency situation, like they'll come faster. And I was legitimately in an emergency situation because my car was legitimately sticking out on the side of this highway, which is very dangerous. And so I said that and they were like, oh, well, your wait time is gonna be about minimum 3 hours. That's like the minimum time that we can get someone there. And she was like, it's gonna take about 3 hours. And I was just like, you have to be kidding me. Because it was already so late at night. And I'm on this, it's like a highway, but it's like a country highway. Like it's like kind of it's just a sketchy place to be, and it's not a place you want to be for 3 hours, and it's also not a place that you want your car to be crashed, and it was just a whole thing. So I started like crying. It was really sad, and the lady on the phone was being really nice to me and everything, but there was obviously like nothing, like what is she gonna do, you know what I mean? I'm trying to decide if it's stupid to go in with this red on the lid. I'm just so drawn to this beautiful red. No, I'm gonna cut my crease a little bit, and then I'm gonna go in with the shade 17 and put that on, and then maybe we'll add a little bit of this yellow on the inner corner. And so the lady was really nice to me, but she was like, yeah, nothing we can do, you're stuck. And then all of a sudden I look over and there's this car that stopped like next to me, and I was like, what the actual F is happening. And I watch way too many like murder mystery documentaries to not be sketched out by that. So initially I was sketched out. I was like, what are they doing? And then these two guys got out and they walked over to me and they were yelling. They were like, miss, are you okay? Are you okay? And I was, and I think they thought I might have been hurt or something, which is so nice of them to pull over. And they were like, do you need help getting out? And I was like, actually, yeah, if you can, that would be great. And they were like, we have a strap in the back of our car and we can attach it to your car and we can pull you out. And I was like, oh my God, that would be amazing, because AAA is saying they're going to take approximately 3 hours. So if I could get out of here in a timely fashion, that would be fantastic. And they were really, really nice. They helped me get out. They pulled me out, and it was just like a really nice moment. Like, I was just like, wow, good Samaritans at work. I was like, do you have Venmo? I'll Venmo you cash. And they were like, no, we don't want your cash. Like, you're fine. But I just thought it was really nice because nobody, I mean, even the person that almost like hit me didn't stop to like help. And I get it, because it's the winter. No, who wants to, like, I don't stop and help people usually, especially if I don't have the means to. Like, what am I gonna do? But they had the means to, and they stopped and they helped, and I just thought that was really, really nice of them. I wish I had gotten their names. They kind of like jetted off, but yeah, it was a really nice moment. I was like, wow. And then I got home. I almost crashed like 4 more times on the way home because the roads were some of the worst I've ever driven in. And I'm from Syracuse, New York, which is literally the snowiest city in America. And I don't know, it was just nice. A nice moment. And I got home and my boyfriend was like, we were okay. But now I have like a little bit of anxiety driving, just because that's never happened before. I've been in a car accident before. It wasn't my actual fault. It was actually my ex-boyfriend's car and it got totaled, but it wasn't my fault at all. Like, it was a no fault on me, because somebody ran a red light and turned in front of me at a red light and I had a green light. And they crashed it. I crashed into them, but like they crashed into me. And that was the only other real car accident I've ever been in. But it was kind of scary. Like, I was just kind of like, I've been like a little nervous to drive ever since, because, you know, I don't like that type of stuff. 17, this kind of deeper metallic purple shade. But yeah, that's my little story for the week. Got in a fender bender and some really good Samaritans helped me out of it. Okay, so I'm going to buy the ABH Riviera palette. It goes on sale tomorrow. And I am so freaking excited to buy that palette. I'm debating about buying a couple other things. So you guys are probably like, oh, aren't you worried about your no buy? And I'm not. Why do my eyes look so, do I have fallout? I think it's fallout. I was like, why do my under eyes look so dark? Purple fallout there. Actually, I think for that particular shade of brush was a lot better than your finger, because this is going on way better than with my finger. But it's fallout a lot, so I'm gonna spray the next one to see if that helps. What actually happened is I'm kind of like finagling my way into getting the Riviera palette and not having it count towards my low buy. Here we go. So my mom bought me, one of the things she bought me for my birthday that I asked for was the Slush palette from, I think it's some sort of rose, pinky rose cosme. No, that's this. It's called the Slush palette. I'm not entirely sure where it's like from, like what website it's from, but it's from this indie brand in the UK, and I never wanted to buy it because I never wanted to really pay for it myself, because shipping. And I messaged my mom, and what happened was she bought it and paid for it and everything, but then it came and they sent it to the post office and she never went and picked it up, so it got sent back to them, so they refunded her. And she was like, oh, I'll just send you the money and you can buy it for yourself. Like, you can buy the Slush palette or whatever. And you can just buy it for yourself and send it to your house, and then you can just have it. And I was like, okay. But then I saw that the ABH Riviera palette was coming out. And I saw that ABH was also coming out with a number of other things that I wanted, including loose highlighters, finally, and the eyebrow pomade that I really want. And so I texted my mom the other day and asked if it would be okay, because it's going to be the same price with shipping for the ABH palette. Asked if it would be okay if I could use the money for the ABH palette instead, and she was like, heck yeah, get what you want. So that's now a gift for my birthday, and I'm not counting it for my low buy at all, which is 100% cheating. But you want to know something crazy? It's my low buy and I can do whatever I want. So that's what I'm doing. So the only thing I'm buying that will go towards my low buy is the loose highlighter. I haven't decided what color I'm gonna get yet. I'm leaning towards So Hollywood because I feel like that's just a classic shade. But the snowflake one, or whatever it's called, the like super white one, also looks really interesting. Maybe I'll get one, and then if I like the formula, I'll get another one. But that would also suck for my highlighter goal of this year, which is only I am gonna count this towards my highlighter goal. So after I buy one of the loose highlighters, I'm only gonna have 4 highlighters left for the rest of the year, which I don't know if I'm gonna succeed, but I'm gonna try my hardest. I think that pop of yellow looks pretty cute. I actually like that quite a bit. I'm gonna deepen up the outer crease with Dapper again. I'm gonna go in with a little bit more of a fluffy brush. But yeah, I was really excited about that because now I still have 6 palettes. Like I'm totally cheating. I'm so sorry. So I'm excited and I'm gonna be able to hopefully review it for you guys next week. I hope it comes in time. I'm not really gonna pay for shipping because I think with my order total, I'll get free shipping. And I don't think I'm gonna pay for the 2-day because I heard from a lot of you guys when I paid for 2-day for Norvina, a lot of you guys were like, you could just not do that and it still comes in a really reasonable amount of time. So I was like, okay, sis. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have a video on that next week for Tutorial Tuesday and I'm excited. I don't know how much I love this palette so far though. I think I wanna play with some of the other colors and then give an opinion because these purples are not super wowing me. They're not super pigmented. They kind of all muddied together, even though I definitely did definitive places where I placed them. I'm gonna just take the baby, which is that magenta, and throw it in my lower lash line. I'm just gonna let that yellow sit there though. Also, the fallout was pretty bad on this as well. And I am using the P. Louise base, which normally makes my shadows pop pretty well. And I don't feel, I'm gonna go into Dapper as well, that darker purple. I'm gonna also go into Care Bear, this light purple again, and do that on the inner corner. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about these purples. I'd like to play with them a little bit more. I think if I hadn't have put the yellow in there, it would have been a very muddy, dreary look. I think this is missing an inner corner / brow bone sort of color, because the only shimmery purple they had are more dark. There's not really any bright shimmers besides that bright yellow. And I guess this shade Churro could be bright, but I don't think it would super go with the purple. So I'm just gonna do lashes and mascara and lips, and then I'll be right back to do like a final thoughts situation. So this is the finished look with everything. I definitely think this is okay. I would wear this like out and about. You can definitely see the fallout hit me real good. I'm not gonna redo it because I'm not wearing this anywhere, so I don't see the point in redoing it. But you can definitely see how it kind of got real muddy and mushy, and I don't know if that's my technique or if that's something else, but I feel like my techniques have gotten a lot better and I feel as though it's a little just kind of purple. I kind of feel like I would wear this to like an LA Lakers game. Isn't this their colors? I don't know. I do think it's a pretty combo and I like that I did the golds on the inner corner because I feel like it definitely makes it more interesting, but I feel like as a whole it's a little bit more I don't know if I would wear this like out and about. I don't know if I would, this is the type of makeup look I would be like proud to wear out, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm gonna zoom you guys out. So that is kind of my final thoughts on the Pinky Rose Cosmetics 80s Baby palette. I don't think this is a bad palette. I think I want to play with it more. This was my first time ever even like touching it. So I definitely want to give it more of a try and kind of see more of what we can do with this because I do think it's a beautiful palette. Maybe it doesn't work with the P. Louise base. Maybe it would work better with something different. I don't know. So I'd be interested to play with this a little bit more. But yeah, next week we're hopefully going to do the Riviera review, which would be really nice if I could get it by then. I'm excited, hopefully. But yeah, I love you guys so much. I hope you liked this video. The next few weeks are going to be a little bit more sporadic with eyeshadows, which I think will be fun. I'll be playing with a little bit more looks, so keep an eye out for what I'm using in my video. And if there's anything you particularly love, tell me you want a tutorial on it and I will do it. I love you guys so much. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, or just like, or just subscribe, or do neither. Honestly, just so happy you're watching me. Thank you so much for being here. My merch, my social media, and everything I'm wearing on my face will be linked down below with a bunch of other fun stuff. And yeah, I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!